Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it's Cypher Sigma, and it's Movie News Monday, or movie and TV, but it's mainly movie, or more or less it is movie news that we have for you on this week's episode. So we'll get in it, no point beating around the bush. So first up is Attack the Block. So yes, that old early 2000s, I think it is, John Boyega, so from Star Wars. It was a British kind of space invader, and the script is already written, and hopefully it will begin filming very soon. So that will be coming out the woodwork. I didn't remember enjoying one. I do own it. It's been a long time since I've seen it. So I'd probably want to revisit it before the second one comes on. But it's interesting where they'll go. Obviously, actors have all aged quite a lot. So if it's all returning cast, obviously they'll be a lot older. Maybe that's part of it. So the next news up, probably my favourite news article of this, is Alita. So basically, James Cameron and Rodriguez have come out of the woodwork and essentially have said that they have this blood oath. Essentially, they want to produce and make Alita 2. Obviously, Alita Battle Angel had quite a cult. It did all right, but it had more of a cult following, I think, and built up over time due to studios being sold and moved around and stuff like this, and projects that were going on. James Cameron, obviously, with the Avatar movies and something. That basically said that, and this is basically detailing that they both want to do it. They both want to do a second one, and they are going to continually push it until they get one. I think we still could get there. It's just, I think, finances at the end of the day, and obviously Cameron's so tied up with the Avatar movies. I think, it could be another 5-10 years before we would get it. Whether that be too long, who knows? But I really loved the first movie, so I hope we do get the second one. So next up, continuation of movies is The Theme. So Now You See Me 3 is doing okay at the cinema. It's quite high ranked up there. It isn't making tons of money, but it's making enough that they've already written the script for number 4, so they already see the potential of it. Obviously, this movie was released in November, and obviously the October-November time is probably one of the worst 4 movies in quite a long time. So, but I think it did its initial reaction beating The Running Man, I think, surprised a lot of people, and I think in that they see a lot of worth in this franchise to carry it on. But who knows? So next up, we side shift to a bit of kind of comic book related movie news. So people who are fans of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would have known behind the scenes that they were developing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ronin movie. This has now been cancelled. So yes, I will not go into what the Ronin story is. It is a great story that essentially kills off most of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and follows one character, one of the brothers. This has been rejected and cancelled from the studios, essentially because they want to reboot the series. They want to do another live action series of the Turtles, family friendly, to get them in. This comes as there seems to be a shift. So anybody who is aware of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle franchise and knows that obviously we will be getting, I think, the end of next year, the second Mutant Mayhem movie. There is a special that comes out at Christmas. This TV series has a second series coming out around Christmas as well, but it has been cancelled. Nickelodeon will not follow this on. So they are obviously getting to some point with the franchise owners that they want to cut ties and restart again. For whatever reason, it normally does happen every so years with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You get 5-10 years of a franchise and then it swaps over or reboots itself. Next one up is a podcast, or not a podcast. There was a little movie announcement or series announcement, is essentially SG1. So Stargate, the series that was launched in the 90s, kind of off the back of the movie. Did really well, was 10 seasons. Then you had Atlantis, which was, I think, 5 seasons after that. Now it has been 15 years since this franchise has seen any new continuation. I think they had Universe as well, which was 2 or 3 seasons, which I think was abruptly cancelled for some reason. I cannot remember why. So they are bringing it back. We are reopening the world of SG1. It is the same world. It is not a reboot. It is a continuation of what, and it is essentially several of the creative geniuses behind the original series. Whether the actors and actresses return from the series, obviously I've seen bits of it. My dad used to watch it all the time. I'm quite intrigued of where they will take us. Suppose it will be a little bit more Earth based at first, from what they've said. There is a little video clip you can go online and find it. So as I said, we are all up into the reboots. So then Taika Waititi, if that's I pronounce his name right, he is going to helm a new Judge Dredd movie. Yes, no word on actors, actresses, what it involves, but basically he has been put forth to helm this new franchise. So this will be the third live action, big screen iteration we get of the character of Judge Dredd. I know a lot of people have very strong feelings about the last one, Dredd and Karl Urban. Who knows? They may get him and bring him online and kind of carry it on. It doesn't say that that is or isn't an option. And then the final kind of news, a bit of sad news, is at 81 years old, Udo Kier. I think he's German. The German actor, unfortunately, he has passed away. He starred in but from films and stuff that I remember. Obviously, he was in Halloween. He was in Barbed Wire, Blade, Armageddon, movies like that. He's 276 film titles, voice actors and stuff to his name. So 81 years is not a bad haul. And we carry on with the poorly editing. So yes, that obviously bad news there behind. Obviously, Udonki had passed. Obviously, as I said, 81 is a good age, at least on the grand scheme of things, and a big acting career that he leaves behind, so we can remember him. And then finally up, we have the box office. So yes, still in way, as you would have said, Wicked for good, $150 million, 226 million worldwide, and it only had a budget of 150. So this is more likely going to be quite a runaway for this movie. When this airs, I will be at the cinema queuing up or getting a coffee and going to see it myself. So there will be a review of that movie at the end of the year, at the end of the week. Sorry. Second up is Now You See Me 2 with 9.2 million. As I said, so still going fairly strong. Well, then we have Predator 6.25, so it's still running up. Running Man, still 5.8, so it's up there, but it's not up there as it could. And then we have Rental Family, which is a new kind of comedy, emotional one with Brendan Fraser, which I really hope that does get released over here. And then Sisu number 2, number 6. So that has been movie news. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the subscribe button if you haven't. Otherwise, I shall definitely see you in the next one.